Hey folks, welcome back to Shadow Empire. We are on round number 145. This game is really interesting to me. One of the reasons why we're getting less political points now, I've noticed that we're getting a lot less, is because we've got 3 SHQs. Well, if you actually look here on the Empire dashboard, you can see that it says new political points. Okay, so 7 political points given by default. We've got 179 PP points, provided 13 on top of that, so that's 20. 68% political bonus, provided 14 extra, so that's 34. And then having 3 SHQs caused reduction with 5, so that took us down to 29. 29 is a little bit thin when we've got 10 decisions a turn to be making. This is kind of, it's an interesting thing, right? I find that generally I've either not got enough or I've got way too many of political points. And you'll see that there are turns where I've just got like 60 left. And I think that it kind of depends on, you know, whether you're building a lot of stuff as well, because it takes political points to create every construction too, and to raise new troops. So you've got to bear all these things in mind when you're playing Shadow Empire. There's quite a lot that goes into it, and the political points are a finite resource to some extent. I mean, they're an infinitely generating resource every turn, but they are constrained by the size of your political, you know, your political output, I guess. You want to look at it like that. So having these multiple SHQs is, you know, affecting my ability to manage a large empire, but it's not going to end there, I'm afraid. I mean, we don't necessarily have to have, like, for example, I'm not going to bother putting a SHQ here. I don't really care about this one here, red zone. It's just good to get some, you know, some boots on the ground there, and so, you know, we might as well get rid of this scavenging points while we got the opportunity. However, we don't really need to worry about that too much, I'd say. Okay. Mind you, we are low on security points here. Do you know what we could do? If we've got a cheap card... yeah, I don't want to... We could put a security outpost up there. I just think that spending fate points on it is actually a little bit expensive. I might play a worker privileges card, though, just to get that worker happiness up a little bit. Because otherwise we're going to be getting more and more of those... riots. Now, if you remember last turn, I think it was last turn, we actually reduced our income tax. So if I could just go to the treasury cash flow overview, you'll see that the income tax has been reduced. We're still getting a fair amount, right? We're getting 517 credits per turn, and 262 in service tax. Now, we also get sales tax on these as well. So we're making a fair amount of revenue anyway. Part of this is now we've taken Cortez. And Cortez has a large population, a very large population, and you'll see that we're only about 35 credits in in the red, at least as far as our overall economy is concerned. This does not take into account any deals that you've got with maritime trading houses. Okay, so we've also got a bunch of contracts here with the MTHs. Now it looks like, okay, we've got Maxia this turn is running out. How many points did we get to Maxia this turn? Just out of interest. Did we get 1,000? Yes, we did, look. Interesting. I wonder, would it be worth investing another 500 points to get another contract with Maxia? What do you reckon? Now, let's just see if we've got... Yeah, we've got a port level 2. So we've got 2,000 port points. Now, I'll be honest with you, I can't remember exactly how the port points are generated, how this works exactly. Yeah, so it's giving us, by the way, we don't get any food from the seas in this game, but you can potentially use ports to get fishing income for food too. I think what this means is, let's just have a look at this actually. We just go to the contract and we'll just click on this existing one we've got here. Okay, so Hex 9341 had 2,000 port points and requests for 1,000 logistical points of usage. Hex 7356 had 3,680 port points and requests for 3,500 logistical points of usage. Now, I do wonder if what this means is the kind of port points and logistical points are sort of roughly equivalent. I need to recheck that. I've honestly forgotten. Be honest, I think that's basically how it works. If you've got 2,000 port points, it basically means you can have 2,000 points of logistical flow. I think I remember reading it something like this. That seems to make sense, look, because look, we've got this in the traffic light thing here. We've got it's saying 2,000. Just have a look at the use points. Yeah, I think this means that there's 2,000. Yeah, this is the yellow port points. Sorry, the blue is the port points. All right, okay, so anyway, you'll see that we are actually in this crossover turn where we initiated another transport contract with Maxia, sorry, to Maxia with Heimdall Brine. We actually got 1,000 port points over to that place. That might actually be quite useful between Port Royal and Maxia, because Maxia is currently outperforming it with regards to metal at least, and we've been having to prop them up every turn. I'm tempted to get one more of these contracts going, so I think what I'm going to do... Maritime trading, hang on, where are we? Let's just go through these quickly. Motion that our average happiness reach at least 81%. This gives us 12 rounds. I think we can do this if we build up quality of life stuff. So we'll try and do that for a bit. Okay, we can take on another advisor. Willie Benhall is capability 3. He's not bad. He's not got the best stats. He doesn't have much experience, so he's probably not the best guy for this. He also likes autocracy. It's going to be difficult to keep happy, I think. Now, I did have a quick look before the episode started. I sorted these guys by capability look, and I had a look to see who might make a good overall advisor. Because, like, Fate Quintal here, she would be a good advisor. The problem is she's currently a director of the Staff Council. Now, I can't remember whether advisor is a better job than a director. I want to say it's not. So she might be annoyed with me if I drop a relation, if I drop it down. And a relation with me is not that high actually. She's not had any card, like any of the one-shot cards played on those stratagem cards, that is, for raising relations. So we could potentially move her. She would be good. Look, the thing is, she's director of the Staff Council at the moment, and she's doing well there. The problem is we're not really using the Staff Council very much at the moment. And I think that she might, like, she's a good candidate for making an advisor, right? She could be attached to High Command. She could be attached to an OHQ because she's got a good war rating. She could also, yeah, I mean, she's got some prospecting stuff, so she could be attached to a governor if needed. I'm kind of happy with her there at the moment. I will start using Staff Council as we get into a war with a major, probably. We've also got Cypher Collins here, the governor of Cortez. I kind of want him in place where he is, but he's another person that we could use. I think for the time being, yeah, let's just have a look at the other advisor we've got. I seem to remember our advisors not being that good. Watson Kaus. Yeah, he's not very good, look. He's actually attached to Blair Oursong, who is the governor of Port Royal at the moment. Okay, they seem to be getting on okay. Mostly. Is there a friction effect there? I don't see one. No. So, yeah, he's actually he's been there for a long time as well, and it looks like he is getting some skills. For example, he's got some oratory skill. He's not very good though. Yeah, he's got some base skills in all of these. Yeah, we don't have the best advisors. I think we could probably do with better advisors. I think what we'll do is, before we make that decision will basically depend on whether we've got the money at the end of the turn to be able to afford another leader card. I think the answer is going to be no. Supreme Command Council task priorities. I think we need more political power points. I actually think that we need to raise the funding of the Supreme Command Council a little bit. This guy's not performing very well. I mean, he's only capability 2. His relation is getting quite low. He's another one that we really need to do we need to do something about this. If we've got a card that doesn't really cost very many political points, give him a bonus. Yes, look. Sir. Okay, critical success. They only raise it 16 points. That's kind of enough though. You might find that that's enough to sort of keep him from causing big problems. Let's just go for no change there. I do want some of the basic cards that generates. Secret Service Council task priorities. This is another one I'm not really using a whole lot. So we're just going to go for no change. Model design, I'm just going to wait on for a minute. Marauders in red bar. We've got Bonnie Copernicus here. Offensive tactics skill roll. Let's come back for that. Maritime Trading House offering to buy Port Royal. No. We're not selling population. But they want to buy industrial points in Maxia. Yeah, Maxia's got some industrial points to spare, so I think we can do this.
Roger that.
And they want to buy industrial points in Mart Cove. This is Dionysius Great Lake. Oh, they're offering us a good deal on that, look. Now. Yeah, this is going to be the same one. Okay. Yeah, we could afford that. So, sorry, I thought I was actually looking at Maxia, but really we wanted to be looking at the third Altona SHQ there. Maritime Trading House proposes an alliance. No, I'm not bothered about that. This is a nice little way of farming government points. So, yeah, a bit cheesy. I don't really like using cheesy things like that in games. So that probably needs changing. Marauders in red bar. Yeah, okay, come back to that. Lilith Republic demands a release of Spy. They're going to give us 11 political points. I'm probably going to do this, look. Raising mind high would be good. I mean, that's going to raise heart and mind as well, which is pretty cool. This is going to raise mind by 6. Is this a mistake, I wonder? I wonder if this is supposed to be heart and mind here. I wonder. Anyway, or we can just say spies will be executed. Lilith Republic, by the way. I was, again, just looking at this before the episode started. I do wonder if they might be a good target, because they're not that high. If we just look at the victory overview, they're 5th. Okay, they're not a big place, and they are close to Montes. I do wonder if we could invade them and take a chunk of land on this continent here, and then that can get us close to Montes, and we can see what's going on around there. What do you reckon? I think that might be an interesting proposition. In which case, spies will be executed would be a good thing to do. The problem is I don't want to lose the mind points, and also it's going to annoy a fair few people. Like, he really does not like that choice. So let's go for accept their offer. So we're going to get the political points. Okay, this is why it's good to look through your decisions first before you make too many decisions. We've got a training opportunity in the 18th Altona Rifle Battalion. Who are these? 18th Altonas. So this is going to be the 3rd SHQ. Oh gosh. 1st, 12th. We can't see the little counters on the side. 16th. What's it? Oh, there they are. Okay, so it's just a militia unit. I'm not really bothered about that. So we get the opportunity to increase either mind or enforcement. Now, if you look at the profiles, profile tree. The elite train is kind of cool. There's a chance to gain experience every round for the combat, every round for the troops the trainer is embedded with. You can draft recruits, or you can suppress unrest. Not bothered about those really. Recruitment bonus 100%. Again, I'm not really fussed by that. The tax bonus though, at citizen loyalty oath is really, really good. But I think I don't really care about going any further into enforcement here. Mind, on the other hand, if we could get logical thought, that would be good. The morale bonus you can get from these is pretty cool too. Although honestly, with national pride, we've already got. I mean, we've national pride is enough that you don't have to pay your troops. Look, we've got, like, you know, pretty high morale on most of our troops. You'll see. So we don't. These are militia, so they don't really count. But the only ones we've got low morale on, like, you know, poor morale, is these guys we've just raised up here. We've just and these guys here too. So these are. Their base morale is 81, and you can see the morale is increasing every turn by a little bit because they've only just been formed. They're gaining, they're training, they're gaining experience. Okay. Right, let's go back to this decision. Let's go into mind again, I guess. We'll raise mind a little bit higher, and then we've got this option for the new advisor. Right. What's more important to us, getting a really good advisor, or getting another, you know, getting some more logistics up in Maxia? Let's get a talent up. Let's just I'll play that card. Okay, Ada Farmer. Capability 3. Okay, she's got investigation. That's a nice one to have, really. Oh, I mean, she's really high in that. What does she do? She's an enforcer. Okay. Some mafia kind of character. She's got interrogation. Okay, she's got some interesting skills, but she's capability 3. We've also got this guy. He's got agriculture. He must have been a farmer. Yeah, so he started as a farmer. And it's interesting. Let's put her in. It's saying that she's more like, she's just got a better. Yeah, I mean, look, investigation's high. That's quite good. She's got some skill. You know, she's got some skills in intelligence, and she could probably be used as a basic war commander. I think what you want to do is generally you want to put your older people in as the advisors. We'll just put her in there for the time being. Model Design Council. Let's have a look at the helicopter we got up, by the way. I don't think we ever looked at that. So where are we? Fighter bomber. Okay, we've got the CRISPR. I'll probably rename this. Wow, this is good design straight off the bat. 124 design. Yeah, really good. Really, really good. Look at that for armor as well. This is a really good model. This is rare for this game. I've had really bad models in this one, but this is really good. Now, bear in mind, we have got a bunch of text look. So, aircraft ruggedness, aerodynamic design. So that's probably what's gone into those roles. But that is really, really nice to see. Yeah, the CRISPR has 2,000 kilo bomb hatch. A bomb hatch with 2,000 kilo bombs, sorry. It's got a range of 9 hexes, which is fine for a helicopter. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's got a decent dogfighting score as well. For a helicopter, 37, and it can attack aircraft. Yeah, this thing's alright. This thing is okay. Yeah, it's got a twin charge Gauss heavy machine gun, which is for air-to-air. Now, one of my viewers, Trifler, was saying that the aircraft, some of the different weapons have uses beyond what they sort of claim to. So, for example, let's have a look at the air to ground attack, soft attack. There we are. So the soft attack starts at 580, and it's modified up for anti-infantry and anti-tank bonus. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I don't see anything there that says it's modified by the gun, by the air-to-air gun. I might be looking in the wrong place. Yeah, I'm not going to go too far through this because it's not very interesting for you guys to watch. I don't see anything in this that says that the guns are helping their ground attack scores, for example. But I might be missing it. There's a lot of information in here, and Trifler is generally good for his information. I'm interested. Yeah, Trifler. I'm interested to know where you got that info from. I think I mentioned this in a comment. I don't know if maybe the Air Force manual side has been updated, and I've not read that for a while. Anyway, I like that model. That is a really, really good model. But so this one is a fighter bomber. This is just going to be a general thing for killing infantry with. We could try to get medium helicopter up. I think with this one, we could try for a transport. Let's see what we can get on this. If we put a really heavy, really heavy tank on it. Now helicopter, yeah, we can't do that. We're not going to get anything else on that one. So yeah, we're not. This isn't going to be the best thing for being able to shift cargo, I don't think. Yeah, 5,000 is the biggest we can get on here. Okay, so that's got 4 hexes. You could use this to ferry over mountains, for example. You probably wouldn't want to do that. Now, I wonder what would happen if we just drop this size down. Again, it's this kind of guessing game we have to play, I'm afraid. Okay, that's just 2 hexes. Not so good. Put the size up again. Yeah, these things aren't really... By the way, this is a medium-sized helicopter, so it's probably not really designed for this job. Okay, that's 6 hexes. That's slightly better. Let's just scrap that for the time being. I think I'll wait for the helicopter, and yeah, we can't make extra heavy aircraft either. Now we have got... I think we needed... Ultralight is level 1, light is level 2, medium's level 3, heavy's at level 4. So we could potentially make a heavy aircraft 4 engine. We could try upgrading our transport here. This is a turboprop, isn't it? I might just come back for those with a jet in a little while. We could try for a new design of the infantry and go with the charge Gauss and the heavy combat armor. Let's just see what we get with that. We'll see if we can roll something good. Yeah, I think it was Leo Panther was saying I wouldn't worry too much about trying to get more field testing. It's probably not going to do a whole lot more. But you are getting, it is bigger and bigger numbers for designing these guys, and it'd be interesting to see if we can get a better model. Like it's worth a re-roll or two. Okay, we can't spare the resources. Sorry. Okay, failure. Whatever. We lost 400 people. That's not really the end of the world. Okay. So that is the decisions out of the way for the turn. Cortez has got very, very low worker happiness. Cortez also doesn't have, I don't think, a zoo. Yeah, it doesn't have the zoo or the commercial assets that we could put up there. So those are, oh yeah, we can't put those yet. That's why having this real lack of political points is kind of hurting me at the moment. So first jobs first. Let's get these guys. Where are we? We want the 3rd Cortez Conquerors. Let's get these guys back. Now we're going to get them back to... There we are. We're going to get them back to Port Royal. And I think that's it. These guys can get back to their previous role of basically guarding... Port Royal. Okay, obviously all these guys, they all need to be, they all need replacements too. Let's just get those in manually just so I know that it gets done. Yeah, you don't have to do that, by the way. You can just put them in here and they will upgrade too. Just get some machine gunners. Oh yeah, got a few machine gunners on cooking as well. We probably want to transport some colonists back here as well. Again, I think it was Leo Panther said, why don't you send population back to Port Royal, colonists back to Port Royal, and I think that's a really, really good idea. So it's transfer colonists, then 3,000 colonists back.
Roger that.
That's from Maxia to Port Royal, and then Port Royal we're just going to colonize these guys. We'll send some in as workers.
Aye, aye, sir.
Then we'll send the rest in as colonists.
Aye, aye, sir.
Okay, right. Port Royal is actually starting to grow now. Look, we've gone up by about 20,000 troops recently. 20,000 people, populace. Maxia is kind of leveling out here. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of militia, or sorry, not militia, recruits. We could probably send some recruits over to Port Royal as well. Just make use of this logistics that we've got here. By the way, we've got quite a lot of logistics. I do think that we want to. Yeah, I might just increase this for a term and spend some credits on it. Let's go to the contracts. And O'Brien. Yeah, let's just put this up. Just do it for 6 extra rounds. We should be able to get another transport contract up in that time. But I like having the extra points here. This is pretty useful, I think. We might actually do the same thing in Altona there too. With that in mind, let's transfer some metal back as well to Port Royal. So yeah, we've got quite a lot of metal. Yeah, we'll just use the also energy, I think, was what they were lacking. Yes. So let's send a bunch of energy back too. Expensive to transfer energy over, and then we'll send some metal too.
Roger that.
Okay. Alright, let's use all our logistical points for the turn, I think. Yeah. Alright. That's looking pretty good. Port Royal probably wants to produce some ammo. Yep, we can do that. We might want to just produce a few machines too.
Roger that.
Okay, because we're using a fair few at the moment. We just have a quick look at what we are building. We're still working on this airbase level 4, which will enable us to set up our airbridge. And then we've got the nuclear plant hopefully coming in the next turn, and we've got a hospital here. Nuclear plant, I think, is probably paid all its components. No, it needs 8 more machines. So, is that going to be enough? What else are we building in this first SHQ? Okay, we're going to need 1 more machine here. And 1 more machine here. So that's 10 machines we're going to need. that right? Just double check that. Yeah, we need another 8 machines, so that's 10 so far. That looks about right. I don't think we're building anything else, are we? Yeah, that needs 1. That needs 1. So yeah, we're going to use all the machines that we've got. And we're going to build a bunch as well with the high-tech industry. Sorry, with the heavy industry. Speaking of which, let's just have a quick look at that. Okay. Yeah, we only produced 5 this turn. We're going to produce a few next turn. I think what we need to do is spend a couple of turns not building anything, just so we can get an idea of where our economy is when we're not building stuff. Alright guys, I'm going to roll the turn on, because I think we're about there. Sorry this turn took so long, folks. Oh yeah, we want to build another fuel depot up here. Fuel depot 3. Metal mine 3 is going up. Recycling. He's got enough machines. Yep. Ball drill 2. Okay. What's our logistics like here? We have got bottlenecks. I think maybe this one here, this bell hole course here, what we want to do is we want to upgrade this one. This truck station.
Roger that.
We've got loads of truck points come down this way. It's here that's the bottleneck. Look, I think what we do is we upgrade this truck station here, and then we send, you know, we try and send more down this way essentially. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, we are using a lot. Look, there's a bottleneck here. Okay, and there's one here too. Interesting. That's because we're obviously transporting a lot of stuff, you know, into this SHQ here. This is actually becoming quite an important SHQ with regards to the amount of metal and resources in general that are coming in. In that case, let's get another truck station here to. We also want the Airbase 4. That would be good to go. Currently impossible projects. Okay. Alternate. We probably need to nationalize the local transport hub. There we are. And then we can upgrade this. We can upgrade that one. Where are we? Oops. Sorry, folks. That's the wrong one. Truck Station 2. We also want to start. I did say I wasn't going to build anything new, didn't I? But I was talking mostly in Port Royal. I think for that SHQ, this one's probably okay. We'll put the Airbase 4 up. The quicker we get the big air bases up, the better, in my opinion. How are we doing with the air bases in Maxia? Got the Airbase 3 here, so let's get the Airbase 4 up here too. We can't yet. Okay, and the reason is because we don't yet have we haven't got up to the next city size. Folks, I'm going to actually end the episode here because this one's taken a long time, so sorry it's taken so long. I thought it was interesting just to look at our situation there. Thanks guys, catch you in the next episode. Take care.